Welcome back guys. In the first part, I built a spam detection model in Google Colab. Here, if you have not seen that video yet, the link is in the description below. You can see that video. Now in the second part, we will integrate a machine learning model into web application. This will allow users to interact with the model through a simple web interface even if they don't have any coding experience. Before we begin, make sure you have Python and VS Code installed on your machine. If you don't have these installed, check out the links in the description, or you can simply search here VS Code, download, and here you can download Visual Studio Code. And for the Python, search here Python, download, and here you can download and install Python. Click on this and then download and install. Now let's get started with VS Code. Here click on file, then open folder. First create an empty folder and then select it. Now open the terminal. Here our first step is to create a virtual environment for our Django project. A virtual environment is like a separate space on computer where we can install the tools and libraries without affecting other projects. This helps manage dependencies and keeps our project isolated. So to create a virtual environment, write python -m venv my-env. This will create a directory named my-env in the project folder containing the virtual environment. Okay. Here you can see our virtual environment files have been created. Now to activate this virtual environment, we need to write my-env. Here press the tab to complete the location, then script, and then activate. Click enter. Now we can set up our Django project with our virtual environment activated. But first we need to install Django and other dependencies. Django is a Python framework, so to install the Django, we need to write pip install Django. And in Google Colab we use pandas and sklearn. So we also need to download these two libraries. So to install those, write pip install pandas scikit-learn. After this, now we can set up our Django project. You can think of a Django project as the main folder that holds all the code and settings for our website. To create a Django project, write Django admin start project, and here write the project name. I am writing spam detection. You can write any name. Here was the mistake. And 0. Okay. Now navigate to this directory, spam detection. To navigate, write cd spam detection. First clear the terminal. To clear the terminal, write clear. Okay. Now our next step is to create an app inside the spam detection directory. As you can see here, this is our virtual environment files and this is our project file. This is the main folder and here this is our project folder file. Now inside this spam detection, we will create a new app. You might be thinking, what is an app? An app in Django is like a component that handles a specific function of a website. In this case, like detecting app. Close this. Now to create an app, write Django -admin start app, and here write app name. I am writing detector. Now here you can see this is app. These are the files of an app, and then these are the files of project. Now kill the terminal and play with files. Our first step is to register the app in settings.py file. Here in installed app, here write detector. Save the file and close it. Now open the terminal again. Here I just want to test our project as it is working fine or not. So always our first step is to activate the virtual environment, my env script, activate, then navigate to the directory of spam detection. Here I am going to start the server to test the app. So to start the server, write python manage.py run server. Okay, here first press Ctrl and then click on this link. Here you can see our project is working fine. Now close this and then press Ctrl C, then kill the terminal. Okay. Now our next step is to create a form that will allow users to input a message and check if it's spam or not. To do this, create a new file named forms.py in app directory. Click on this and then forms.py. Here I am gonna simply write a Python code, write from Django import forms, then here create a class message form, here pass forms.form, and here create a variable named text equal forms dot charfield, then bracket widget equal forms dot text area attributes equal bracket class form control, and then placeholder, enter your message here. Here write comma. Okay. This is simply HTML code which we write in Python framework Django. As you can see here, enter your, if we just delete it there, enter your message here. Okay. Save the file and close it. Now open the views.py file in app directory. This is the app directory and here this is views.py file. This file is very important because it contains the main functions of the website. It's where we write the code to handle the requests and responses, and where we will integrate our machine learning model. We will paste the same code from Google Colab here to make our model accessible through the web application. So first paste the code from Google Colab, and here we also need to write to import this that message form. So from dot forms import message form. Now this, and here we will change the location where your email.csv file is. The email, you can download the emails.csv file from the description link. Now skip this line, then copy this, then this line, we don't need this code, then just copy this function. Now we also need a new function to render a web page, and there we will also use this. So create a new function def, and here write function name home, here pass request, then create a variable named result, here first pass none, here create a condition if request dot method equal post, then form, this form is a variable name message form, and here request dot post. This is the class we created in forms.py. Then here again create if condition if form dot is valid. This is simply a function to check if form is valid or not. Here create new variable name message equal form cleaned data, and here pass text. This is simply for pre-processing to clean the data. Then create new variable name result equal predict message. This is a function predict message, and here pass variable message. Then outside of this if condition, here create else, and here write form equal message form. Then here pass return equal render request home.html. This file is not yet created, but our next step is to create this file. And here form and then result. Save the file and close it. Now our next step is to create a user interface. First create new folder named templates in app directory. Click here and then to create new folder click here, templates, and then inside the template create new file home.html. Always create HTML files in templates. This is necessary because Django looks for HTML templates in templates folder by default. Now I have already written the code for this HTML file. I will provide the link in description. You can simply copy this code, paste it. This is simply HTML and CSS. Maybe you don't know about HTML and CSS, so I already have written this code. Let's take a look. This is simply for head function, as you can see here. This title is saying spam detection, and here is the title. And then this is for the style, as you can see here. This is the background color, this is white color, and here is red, and this all styling is because of this code. Then these lines are very important. This is simply a container for our content, and then this is for the title, as you can see here, spam detection. And for this icon, here is the code. This complete. And then simple, this is a paragraph tag. This starts a form that will allow users to input their message and submit it. CSRF token is a security feature provided by Django to prevent cross-site attacks. It ensures that the form submission is secure. Next, form.as_p. This displays this form fields created in Django as simple paragraphs, making them easy to style and align. Then this is simply a button, and this is again icon code here. And then for this content, here is the code. This condition statement checks if there is a result to display. If there is, it shows the result. This is simply HTML code. I have created two classes for result, as it's a spam or ham, so it will show different colors, like this is red, and if there is ham message, it will show green color. So for this, these are simply two conditions. This line displays the result indicating whether the message is spam or ham. And if these lines close the conditional check that started with if result. It means that HTML code inside the if block will only be displayed if there is result to show. Now close this file. Now our last step is to set up the URL link for our website. For this, create urls.py file in app directory. First click here and then click here to create new file. Here write urls.py. Now here first we need to import from Django.urls import path, and then we also need to import that views we write here, as you can see. we need to import this function as we render this HTML file in this function. So we also need to import this. So write from dot import views. As both files are in same folder, so here, that's why I write this here dot. Now write URL patterns and here write path views dot home, as this is the function that we created in views.py file. And then here write name equal home. This is simply the name of this URL. Here save the file and close it, and then in our project directory open this URL.py. These two files are different. This is urls.py file in app directory and this file is in project directory. So here we will simply include the app URLs. Here comma include and then path include and here write app name detector dot URLs. Don't forget to write comma. Close the file. Now open the terminal. Finally, let's run the Django server and test our application. As you remember, always our first step is to activate the virtual environment. So my env script activate. Then our next step is always our next step is to navigate to that directory spam detection and here python manage.py run server. Here we made a mistake. First let's solve it. In views.py file, here change this slash save it. Now open the terminal again. My env script activate cd spam detection. Now run the server. Okay, now first press Ctrl and then click here. This is our web interface. Now first test it. Congratulations. You have won an iPhone. Click here to claim. As you can see, this message is spam. Now test it again with different message and write, hey, are you still meeting for a lunch tomorrow? And here we have got this message is ham. That's it for the part 2 of our email spam detection project. We have successfully integrated our machine learning model into Django web app, making it accessible to users. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more tutorials on data science and machine learning. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.